What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how I grew my automotive Instagram page. So first of all, I want to start by saying, these platforms are rigged in my opinion. So don't get overwhelmed if it's not really working out for you at the beginning. If you stick to these 5 tips, I think you should be able to make something happen on these platforms. I mean, Instagram and TikTok are pretty identical. In my opinion, Instagram is a lot easier than TikTok because TikTok's all over the place. So about a year and a half ago, it was about February something, I'll post a picture on here that I took a screenshot when I had about 4,000 followers. And this was like February 3rd or something like that. And I only had 4,000 followers. And I remember posting my first video and it got some views. And, I was like, man, I'm onto something. So I started, uploading videos on a daily, and which leads into tip number 1, which is consistency and the algorithm. So basically, you want to stay consistent on these platforms more at the beginning. In my opinion, they have an algorithm for the creator as well. So basically, the more you upload, the more they figure out where to push your content. So basically, who you are. So let's say you're an automotive page, they're going to try to push into people that engage into the cars culture. So it's basically the same thing for any type of creation you do. It could be art, cooking, or whatever. So, like I said, you just got to be consistent. And so that algorithm could figure out who you are. And then another thing, if I show you guys here, if you guys pay attention on my Instagram page, 90% of my videos always start with my engine bay. At the beginning, I was trying to see what worked. So basically, with that consistency, you'll figure out which one is getting the most engagement, and that's where you want to focus. So if you look at all my videos on my Instagram, they all basically start with my engine bay, which gets the most engagement because it's just the cleanest part of my car. That being said, if you got a BMW or a nicer car, I think you would have way more followers than what I do, because at the moment I'm about to hit 39,000 followers. And in my opinion, if it was a nicer car that people engage more, I think I would have way more followers, because it definitely takes the right person to really like a CRX. Which at the end of the day, the followers really don't even matter. I can sit here and upload some videos and they really won't even get any views, and yet me having 38,000 followers. So like I said, these platforms are kind of rigged. And another thing I've noticed is that 90% of your reels will get pushed out to new people before they get pushed to your followers. So that's where it really pays off to, be consistent and everything. And now for my tip number 2 is lighting. Lighting, in my opinion, is like one of the best things. I think it should have honestly been number 1, because you do not want to make a video that's just dark. Instagram also, focuses on that stuff too. So if your video is kind of dark, what I've read, is that Instagram will push your videos down. It won't even get, unless you're making one of those videos where you saw an alien in your backyard and it's dark and everybody's engaging because they want to see where the alien is. And in that case, it might work. But on the real, if you're filming your car, you want to have the best lighting, because it's going to be just that much more engagement. And in my opinion, the best time to, be outside and film your car is at golden hour, which is at sunrise and sunset. Those are the perfect timing, because the sun is just creating these perfect shadows all across. It just gives you a proper shading for everything. And your camera works the finest at golden hour for sure. And now jumping into tip number 3 is having a steady camera. Because I don't know if you guys seen some videos that they just can't hold the camera steady, and it's just so annoying that you don't even want to engage, because it's just kind of annoying that the camera's just not focused. Like a lot of times I won't even use a gimbal, which I do have one, but I'll just use my hand, because so I'll come in here and I'll film my car. The videos are just so short that I'll just need like a second of each clip of every angle, and I'll just try to find that smooth second in that clip to crop and put it into the video. And like I said, it just being the short videos just makes it that much easier. So you really don't need no fancy gimbal. You just want to make sure you get, a split second of steadiness, and that's all you need is golden. And then for my tip number 4 is, what I recommend is downgrading your phone to 1080p, because like especially on iPhones, you got the HDR BS. I don't even know why they came up with that freaking technology, because none of these platforms are actually compatible with that thing. So that being said, when you upload these videos onto Instagram or TikTok, they're gonna downgrade the quality of your video. If you're not one of these famous creators Instagram will not want to save that much data of yours onto their platform because you're really, nothing to them in a way. So basically, if you downgrade your phone to 1080p, which my phone is still at that, so more in the beginning, I feel like in the beginning you just want to focus on that 1080p, and later on, if you're really getting the engagement then and followers and Instagram is pushing you, I think you're able to push it into 4K and there'll be good quality videos for sure. So stick to the basic at the first. And then for my tip number 5 is trending audios. So if I go right here into audios, and if I go into the save audios, all these audios have a little arrow right next to the picture, and that indicates you that the audio is trending. And in my opinion, one thing that really worked for me was that every time I would see a trending audio that really caught my attention, and it was probably the first time I ever heard it, I would go out and make a quick little video on that audio, because I feel like Instagram kind of instigates you and pushes you the audios that they'll help you push your videos out. And it worked out a lot for me. So there was a lot of videos that, got millions of views with certain audios that I did that way. And on another thing is that the more stupid the audio is, a lot of times that's more catchy than actually you putting a song behind a video. So if we go into the analytics of my videos, you can see that the same video I used multiple times and it went viral multiple times. All I did was use a different trending audio. And a lot of times it was just, like I said, another stupid audio. So that's another good thing, don't be afraid to use the same video over. Like I said at the beginning, Instagram's gonna push your reels to new people. So that's a good thing, because a lot of times your followers won't even see that video unless it really trends, then it'll really kind of get pushed into them. But for the most part, it's all new people that are seeing it, and that's what helps you grow your page to get more followers. So I believe after 10,000 followers, Instagram will actually start paying you. And I actually accepted that, the bonus pay. And in my opinion, they kind of slowed down my views once I did that, because of course they don't want to pay you, So, my videos went from constantly getting 100 to 200,000 views like within a day. And they went down to like 5,000 views, during the day. And that's why I say, don't get, discouraged, if you're not getting the same views, and definitely it's not the best paying, platforms there is, for sure, because another thing they do is they'll give you like a 30-day period. So if you create a reel within those 30 days, they're only going to pay you for those 30 days. So it's not like YouTube that'll pay you constantly forever. Instagram would just pay you for those 30 days. So if you post a video 2 days before your ending period, you're only going to get paid for those views for those 2 days. So, it kind of blows, but in a way, it's better than nothing. And that's kind of why I decided to make this video, because, it could encourage you to actually, sit there and make some videos. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get out there and have fun, and at the same time, maybe start making a little bit of money so you can start buying car parts, especially when you're young. You want to make a little bit of extra money here and there. And these platforms are right here for us. And, just be a little creative and show the world what you got. And, there is going to be haters, a lot of negative sides to this, but that's all part of it. Nobody's ever going to like what you like. And that's part of life. That's what makes you unique. And don't worry about those people. Just worry about what you like. I'm doing it for me, not for anybody else. So if you like my car, you like my car. If you don't, you don't, And so have fun. So what I'm gonna do now is actually show you guys how I kind of make videos, show you guys how easy it really is. I'm actually gonna do this tomorrow because it's already nighttime here, so there's no daylight. But tomorrow I'm gonna get out there and make a little quick video on the CRX and show you guys how easily you can make a quick reel. And it doesn't take that much time, that you think it would. All right guys, so here we are in one of my favorite spots, because I got these train tracks here and they park these containers, and some of these have some pretty good graffiti. So I'm gonna film a few shots here, and so that way you guys can see how easy this really is, and then I'll go back home and edit it live for you guys. So let me put you guys on the tripod. All right, guys. So I guess they got a concert here now, but as you guys can see, I actually came out here in sunset because you get the best lighting. It's all neutral. You know, you don't got some spots that are too overexposed because the sun is out. But as you guys can see, looks real good right here with the train tracks. And what I'm gonna do now is basically edit this little quick reel live for you guys. That way you guys can see how easy this is. It ain't rocket science. Instagram did change, and since I'm not as active as I was at the beginning, I'm not so great at it anymore, but it's still the same concept. It's just you gotta, you know, search around for things here and there, but it's nothing hard. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm gonna go in here and create a reel. I did film some in slow motion and then some in regular and all in 1080p, like I said, because in my opinion, that's still the best. So if you guys can see here, like I said, all I look for is the split second, which is gonna kind of give people the hook. And like I said, my engine bay is the one that gets all the attention. So I always start with the engine bay and then show the car at the end if I'm gonna show the car. Sometimes I don't even show the car. That looks pretty good, but it's still kind of long. So I'm gonna bring it down to, and you could also speed it up if you wanted to, but it looks kind of cheesy in my opinion, so I'm just gonna leave it normal. And then I'll hit next, and then go edit video, add clip, and then I'll just go back into the same video that I used and use another part of it. So right here, I'll try to find that split second where it's smooth. You see right there, I gave it too much motion, but it's still pretty good. Once it clips into the other one, it should look pretty good. So then I'll go next, and then let's pause this. I don't know what the heck is doing here now. Add clip. Let's go here, and then we'll put the other side of the engine. Looks pretty good right there. Just like that. Next. And then I'll go add clip. Go again. And then I'll show the car, you know. Next. I should have added an audio before, but I'm not too worried about it because I got a bunch saved. I could just go in and see which one's gonna work the best. And like I said, I got trending audios.
My family be like, when are you going to grow up and stop building your shitbox? I will never change.
You see, that was a good one right there. Let's see if that one's working.
My family be like, when are you going to grow up and stop building your shitbox? I will never change. My family be like, family be like, when are you going to grow up and stop building your shitbox? I will never change.
And I actually found this one earlier today, so it's definitely one of those you want to just use. It'll be a good one for sure. I'll post it right now. It's 8 p.m. and that's usually the time when everybody is on their phone. The weekend's a little bit trickier because a lot of people go out, so not a lot of people are engaged, but you know, there's always millions of people on the phone. You know, the best times in my opinion is basically about 8:30 a.m. and 8 p.m. because that's usually when people are waking up or on their phone going to bed or just chilling, you know. So I'm gonna post it up right now. Might as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. You know, this ain't rocket science. All you got to do is just be creative, be yourself. And, you know, like I said, keep on pushing videos out there. And I'm sure one of them is going to get engagement. It's going to get you some followers and it's going to encourage you to keep doing it. And like I said, stay consistent and you should be able to make this happen. And like I said, you know, you might get some free car parts if you start making a little bit of income out of these platforms. And my advice to you is get it started. You know, don't worry about the critics. The critics are the ones that are actually going to make you famous. If you get people talking bad about your car or whatever you're posting on there, don't worry about them. Let other people that enjoy your stuff go and criticize them, which creates engagement in your videos and is going to get more views on your videos. So, you know, that's usually how you get famous on these platforms. I remember I used to pin the negative comments, and all the Honda guys would come in and talk smack to those people talking smack about my car. So, you know, you gotta use it to your advantage, and don't let that stuff put you down. I hope this video was encouraging, and if you guys like it, leave a comment below. Maybe I'll create more videos of, you know, how to make videos and stuff, especially with automotive. I really like cars, and if you got a nice car and you live nearby me, you know, hey, let's collab. I don't mind. I don't mind getting out there, whatever car you got, Mustang. You know, to me, a passion of cars is a passion of cars. You know, a lot of people can't see it that way, but it's all right. It is what it is. But just like that, until next time, peace.